National Company Law Tribunal and Appellate Tribunal. This chapter covers sections from 407 to 434. Section 419 discusses benches of tribunal. According to it, the principal bench of the tribunal shall be at New Delhi, and the powers of the tribunal shall be exercised in benches, and it shall consist of two members. One shall be judicial member, the other is technical member. Further, it is discussed that if in any case a member's opinion differs on any point or points, then the decision shall be taken on opinion of the majority members. Suppose if the members' opinion are equally divided, then the case shall be forwarded to the President for hearing of such point or points by one or more members of the tribunal. Section 420 Order of Tribunal. Let's understand this section by taking an example of ABC Limited. In first scenario, a order was passed by National Company Law Tribunal against ABC Limited, and within 1 month ABC Limited has identified some mistakes on the passed order. Subsequently, the company filed an application for rectification of mistake before National Company Law Tribunal. Here, the question arises whether the company is really eligible for filing or making an application for rectification of mistake before National Company Law Tribunal. In this scenario, the answer is yes, ABC Limited is really eligible for making an application for rectification of mistake within 2 years from the date of order. Now, let's take the second scenario. In this case, the ABC Limited has challenged the passed order by National Company Law Tribunal before National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, and same within 1 month it has recognized the mistake made by the National Company Law Tribunal, and now they filed an application for rectification of mistake. In this scenario, the answer differs. Now, the company ABC Limited is not eligible for making an application for rectification of mistake even though the period is within 2 years, because it has challenged the order and filed an appeal before National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. We can conclude that only if there are no appeal has been preferred for the order, then only a company can make an application for rectification of mistake. Section 421 Appeal from Orders of Tribunal. Any person aggrieved by an order of tribunal may prefer an appeal to the appellate tribunal, and appeal to the appellate tribunal shall be filed within 45 days of the said order, and a condonation of delay will be provided for further period of 45 days. Section 422 Expeditious Disposal by Tribunal and Appellate Tribunal. Any matter presented before tribunal or appellate tribunal shall be passed within 3 months, and condonation of delay shall be further provided for 90 days. Let's understand this section by taking an example of A Limited. The shareholders of the company has referred the order to the tribunal on 15 September 2019 with a request to the tribunal to inquire into a case and take action against the director of the company. The tribunal, after making proper inquiry, passed the order against the director on 16th March 2020. In this case, originally the application was filed on 15 September 2019 and the order was passed on 16th March 2020. Is the order passed by the tribunal is valid? The answer is no, because the tribunal shall dispose the application within 3 months from the date of presentation before tribunal, that is 15th September 2019 to 3 months. and a condonation of delay for further 90 days shall be accepted only if the reasons are valid. If we take condonation of delay 2, then the date shall be 15th March 2020. But the order was passed on 16th March 2020. So, the order passed by the tribunal is not valid. Section 423 Appeal to Supreme Court. Any receipt of order by appellate tribunal shall be presented before Supreme Court within 60 days only if there is question of law, and a condonation of delay is also provided for further 60 days. Section 425 discusses power to punish for contempt. As per that section, the power shall vest with High Court. Section 426 discusses delegation of power, and according to it, any of its officers or employee or any other person authorized by it to inquire into any matter connected with any proceeding or as the case may be, appeal before it and to report it. Section 428 discusses protection of action taken in good faith. According to it, no suit, prosecution or other legal proceeding shall lie against tribunal and its members, appellate tribunal and its members in respect of any loss or damage caused or likely to be caused by any act which is taken in good faith. Section 429 discusses power to seek assistance of Chief Metropolitan Magistrate. On such request being made to him, he can take possession of such property, books of account or other documents and cause the same to be entrusted to the tribunal or other person authorized by it. Section 430 discusses civil court shall not have jurisdiction. Section 432 discusses right of legal representation. According to it, any person can appear by himself or through authorized representative, and he shall be one or more CA or CS or CMA or legal representatives or any other person to present his case. Section 433 discusses limitation, which implies that provisions of Limitation Act 1963 shall apply. Section 431 Vacancy in tribunal or appellate tribunal not to invalidate act or proceedings. Let's take an example. National Company Law Appellate Tribunal was constituted by the central government consisting of a chairperson along with judicial and technical members for hearing appeals against the orders of the tribunal. Later, it was discovered that the chairperson is judge of a high court. Agreed parties to the case challenged the sanctity of the order of respective case and said that it was invalid. Now the question arises here is whether the order passed by the tribunal is valid or not. By applying section 431 of Companies Act 2013, which provides that no act or proceedings of tribunal or appellate tribunal shall be questioned or shall be invalid merely on the ground of existence of any vacancy or defect in constitution of tribunal or appellate tribunal as the case may be. So we can conclude that though the appointment is invalid, but the act or proceeding remains valid. Section 434 Transfer of certain pending proceedings. Thank you.